I've been writing since I was about 18, but not well. It's like strictly terrible vampire fiction, that sort of thing. Stuff that will never see the light of day, and never took it too seriously. I really, really wanted to be an author, but it kind of seemed like a pipe dream in the same way that people want to be pop stars. I thought, I better go into teaching instead. So I did. But kept writing, kept trying to get better at it, queried a few books here and there every now and then when, I got confident enough, and nothing had really happened. And then the pandemic struck, and I downloaded TikTok because I was really bored. And as I was scrolling, I just noticed some people talking about books and thought, oh, fantastic, love books, and realised that Book Talk was its own little world, and kind of got really absorbed in it. And then eventually got brave enough to start making my own content of there, and under the theory that I thought no one would see it. So, why not?
Stop. What?
And I think I got to around 11,000 followers and finally started telling people in my real life that I was doing this weird thing on the internet, but talking about books to people that actually wanted to listen to it. And my husband asked if what I was planning to do with the following, and I said nothing. I said I didn't really have a plan for it, and he encouraged me to try and sell one of my books to these people that were, listening to what I was saying. And but I had sworn that no one would ever see any of the books I'd written in the past. I thought they were rubbish, and they are. And so I started anew, and I had this idea of Ledge in my head for a little while, and Book Talk is very heavily fantasy-driven and romance-driven, so it was kind of perfect for that scenario. So I wrote Ledge, started talking about it on TikTok a little bit, and there were people in the comments that were really supportive and kept asking for updates, and were just really willing to pre-order based on absolutely nothing. I could have been the worst writer in the entire world, and they didn't really seem to care. So it was really motivating, and I finished the book and put out a TikTok kind of pitching it and saying that pre-orders were ready if anyone wanted to go along and pre-order, and sort of expected that TikTok to flop because self-promotional TikToks generally do. And it didn't. It kind of, it took off, and it didn't go viral by any means, but it got a significant amount of views. And by the end of the week, I had these 3 emails sitting in my account, and one was from a literary agent saying that she wanted the manuscript, and 2 were from publishing houses that said they wanted the manuscript. So I blindly sent the manuscript out to all 3. But I was keen on self-publishing. I thought that was sort of my only way to put the book out. But very quickly, the literary agent turned around and said that she wanted to sign me, and publishing houses were interested. So we started looking at traditional publishing, and long story short, after lots of to and fro and a couple of meltdowns, we cancelled the self-publishing route and signed a deal with Angry Robot. And now here we are a year later, and the book's finally released. Ledge is about a woman who lives as a captive. She's the last remaining member of her family in a place called The Ledge, which is this inescapable icy mountain shelf with unclimbable mountain rock face on one side and this uncrossable chasm on the other side. And the people who live there are as hostile as the environment that they try and survive in. And on top of that, at the beginning of every season, these winged mountain creatures called glacians fly over the chasm, snatch up random human sacrifices, carry those people away, and we don't know what happens to those people. They're just never seen again. And our story kind of takes off when Dawson is finally selected and carried away, and there she begins her bid for escape. I kind of like writing outside the bounds of realism. I like the idea of suspended belief, and the fact that that's kind of limitless. And I don't think I've ever written a book that didn't have a strong female character. I think the main female characters that I write are usually a reflection of women the type of woman that I admire, which is a weird thing to say in this case because the main character in this book is quite literally an axe-wielding psychopath, but take that as you want. I don't know what that says about me. You can follow me at Stace Bookspace on TikTok or on Instagram, or they can head over to my author website, which is StaceyMcEwanBooks.com.